Welcome guys, this is Simon with HSE. I'm out at our private flying field. It's a very windy day today, so I apologize for any wind noise in advance. But we're out here with our M6A-PRO G200 model, and we're doing some tests with the spraying system. I have the battery right here in front of me. We're gonna go ahead and get it set up. I just unloaded this, so you're gonna see just how easy it is to set this entire aircraft up. I'm gonna do it with one hand here. We're gonna start with our battery. Slide our battery in, make sure that our wire is not stuck. Slide it all the way back. We can see that our latch has lifted up. We are locked in place. We're gonna go ahead and lift up our arms, and you just lift and lock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We're gonna go ahead and plug our battery in. I'm gonna set you guys down for just a second so I can use both hands. You really gotta use both hands for this. Here we go. Plug them in. Make sure that our battery is turned on. There we go. Alrighty, let's go ahead and set up our props. There we go. I lost all my holders. So I gotta use our band. Let's get them all set up. Here we go. Okay, so for this first flight, I am going to fly with the tank emptied, but the next flight up, we will fill it up and actually do some spraying. But that was just how easy it is to actually set this aircraft up and ready to go with the battery turned on and 100% ready to fly under a minute and a half. All right, let's go get our our controller and our flight plan set up, and we'll get flying in just a moment. All right, so here's the controller. We're on and powered up. I'm going to switch over to our screen capture program so you guys can see what I'm doing on the screen. Here we are on the app. So we're going to start by connecting the drones. All I'm going to do is connect my USB cable from my controller to my tablet. Here we go. And we are connected. I'm going to hit the connection button at the bottom. There we are. Select USB. And we are connected to the drone. Here's some information, the drone's ID number, firmware version, etc. Perfect. Let's go to the bottom left section here. We'll click this little icon down here. We're going to select a flight plan that I've already created. This is a test plan with a 1-acre plot, torches south. Here it is. Then we're going to go select this icon down here. Oh, sorry about that. This icon here. This is a great feature of this drone. This system allows you to select your desired application rate, and it will really help calculate the speed and the height and the swath at which you can fly at based on the pumps and nozzles of the aircraft. So I know that this aircraft, by measuring the output of the pumps, has a maximum gallons per hour in this case, and you can change the units in this app, of 40 gallons per hour. So I'm going to adjust my route spacing. For this test, I'm going to leave it at 20 feet. I'm going to leave my route height, which is my altitude, at 11.5 feet. My flight speed is at 8.1 miles per hour right now, and you can see my spray amount is 2.54 gallons per acre. I'm actually trying to target 2.4 gallons per acre. Now you can see the expected spray rate is calculated based on these values, and you can see that at these values, it's expected to spray 46.95 gallons per hour. Well, I know my drone cannot achieve that with the nozzles and pumps that I have on it currently. It's limited to 40. So what I can do is I can reduce my speed, for example, to 6.9 miles per hour to get it just within the rate in which my drone is able to apply. I'll click OK. Set my parameter successfully. I'll go down to the bottom here and create my flight plan. There it is. I'm actually going to reorient my flight plan by clicking the 1 button and then the 4 button and change the direction and my start point. There we go. Looks great. Now I'm going to go ahead and send it to the drone. Uploading the waypoints. And there we are. How easy was that? We're ready to fly. I'm going to bring you back to the camera and show you the process from here. And we're back. Well, remember how I told you guys we were going to fly it with a dry tank first? I changed my mind. That's boring. Nobody wants to see that. Let's load this baby up and start spraying. I'm going to set you down and show you the loading process here. Wait. Here we go. Alrighty. Alright, I'm going to fill it up with about 3 gallons of water. Fast forwards. Alrighty. Right here. Pretty simple. One thing I just wanted to show you real quick. It's got this nice screen in here for the tank so you don't get any debris in there. You can already see, look, this is just tap water. Look at all that junk, crazy. Let's put that back in, put that cap on. Nice big cap so you don't need a funnel, although I did manage to spill a bunch of it anyway. Thank God we're just testing with water, huh? There we go. We'll bring this tank back to us and we're gonna meet you back at the controller because I wanna show you how to get this thing in the air. Let's go. Here's our controller set up with our tablet. There's our drone way down there. There it is. Oh, focus, focus, focus. There we are. Let's bring it back. Here we go. It's so simple on this setup. We're gonna hit unlock. All right. We're gonna hit confirm. We're gonna slide over here. We have a password on this one. Top secret, don't tell anybody. Shh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oop. There we go. Now we go back to unlock. We can confirm this. Unlock it. Whoops. Sorry, I'm looking through my phone using this. It's not easy. You can see our rotors have begun turning. We'll go to start. Oh. Confirm. Bye! Here we go! It's gonna get up to the proper altitude. It's gonna change the heading to the first point there. Here it is on our map. Boom. Gets to the first point. It's gonna turn around the right way. And off it goes. Awesome. And you can see the spray too. Sorry, it's hard to see in the light here. There it is. Uh-huh. Looks fantastic. Very good. Couple things up here. We can see that it's, oh, hold on, focus, focus. We can see the position of the drone. We can see the height. We can see, oh my goodness, focus. Come on. There's our battery level, 92%, our GPS status. We have our speed. We have our total outputted gallons. We have our target gallons per hour. We have our obstacle distance front and back. And we have our flight here. We got our awesome looking camera right here. And we're just cruising along, spraying, doing a great job. Now, oh my goodness. Focus, focus, focus. There we go. You're gonna see a lot of drift today. We have about 20 plus mile an hour winds as usual. This area that we fly in is always very windy, but even so, it's actually doing a pretty good job. Look at that. Cool. All right, well, let's let it do its job and then we'll come back at the end of the flight. All right, checking in here. We can see we're almost done with our flight. I've been doing several flights today, so I've been testing different rates. Here we see we're just about at 2 gallons per acre. There's our camera. The drone's right over yonder. Now you're gonna see, it's reached this last point. Let's go over and let me show you what it's doing. Oh, there we go, focus, focus. The drone has stopped. It is returning back to the home position, which is where I launched, and it will land autonomously. So let's watch it do its thing. Here's the controller. There it is. How cool is that? Cool, so now it is disarmed. It's just indicated on my controller. It's safe to approach. You know, no matter how many times I see the automatic landing, it just never gets old. It's so cool to see. Now in this case, we were able to complete, I know it's hard to see, you can just see my ugly reflection in there. There it is. Anyway, we've completed our entire flight without running out of water or chemical in this case, or water in this case. If you are not able to complete the flight with the amount of chemical or water that you have in the tank, the drone will still automatically come back and return and land just as you saw, and it will resume from where it left off. In this case, I set my desired gallons per acre at 2 gallons per acre, and I actually got 1.99 gallons per acre. That is actually really, really good. I'm gonna actually do some more measurements to make sure how accurate that is. Like I said, I'm doing some tests out here on this aircraft to see just how precise it is. Seems like it's actually spot on. Very, very happy with this. All right, catch you up in just a minute. Just wanted to show you guys something. I just noticed after that flight that you guys just saw at 2 gallons per acre, we're still at 70% battery. That's actually amazing. So you can cover a lot of area with this drone, especially with ultra low volume applications. All right, guys, so we just finished that flight. I was gonna fly again with the same battery, but I wanna do a little experiment to see how long it's gonna take for this battery to come up to 100% from 70%. So here's the battery. You can see the level here. And I wanna show you the charger a little bit as well. Let's move that aside for a sec. So here's our charger. Very small, very lightweight, super easy to use, literally one button on it. Doesn't get any easier than that. I'll show you my setup right here. Don't have a power output in my field, so we run off of a generator. This is our little Ryobi generator. It's been doing really good for us. 1800 running watts, nice and quiet. This charger has an option, well actually it's included as standard, but has an accessory here that allows you to connect up to 4 batteries. Now what this does, they call it a battery butler. Essentially, it allows you to connect 4 discharged batteries, and it will charge one battery at a time, but it will sequence the charge. So you don't have to come in and unplug one battery and plug the other one in and sit here and wait hours to cycle batteries through it. You just plug all 4 in the night before. It'll charge all 4 of them at the on its own and doesn't require any input from you. So it just makes the job easier. But you can also use the charger for direct battery charging like this. So let me set you guys down and just show you how this works. So easy. Oh, there we go. All right, we're gonna plug a battery in. We're gonna make sure the battery is on. Push once, then hold. There we go. And it takes just a few minutes or a few seconds for it to recognize that the battery is connected. Here's a display. You can see right now it's saying 0%. Give it a minute and it will start. There it goes. So it just recognized the battery. You can see it's at 70% as the drone was indicating. And we can see the temperature, the battery ID, we can see that it's charging, we can see the current rate that it's charging. And it actually cycles to this screen and shows you some more information, the temperature, the battery cycles, which I love having that. And this battery actually has a Wi-Fi built in. So with the app that I was just using to fly the aircraft, I can log into this battery and see tons of information. The cycle count, any faults that have ever happened on the battery, like over temperature, under temperature, over voltage, under voltage. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. It makes the battery management so much easier, makes the batteries last that much longer, and it's easier to use. The charger communicates directly with the battery. We don't have balancing cables anymore. You can see this battery does have that option, but it's not used with this charger. It makes everything so easy to do. Just plug it in and it goes. You can hear the generator ramping up there. We're gonna time this and we'll come back in a few minutes. Still charging that battery. I wanted to give you guys a little tip for charging on a generator. This is something I've experienced a couple times, and excuse my, pandemic haircut here. I look a little crazy, turning into a true Florida man, but most generators have an option for what they call an auto idle, and this one's no exception. What that does is it lowers the RPM of the generator to save fuel. Well, unfortunately, with most of the chargers out there for drones and other types of chargers, they oscillate in current and wattage as they charge. So as they're charging, they're giving different inputs to the battery to charge it. It might go from 5 amps to 10 amps, then back down to 5 amps. And unfortunately, from my experience, most generators cannot change the RPM quickly enough to compensate for those changes in power usage. So I always recommend on the generators, and almost all of them that I've seen have this option, to turn the auto idle option off. And that tends to be very helpful with the charger. It does use a lot more fuel, but just a few minutes ago my generator was going up and down, the RPM was oscillating, and it actually shut off. So I went back, I made sure to turn off the auto idle so it stays at a constant RPM, and now it's charging perfectly. And one last thing I wanted to mention, I didn't even realize, but when I flew the last flight, I actually started the flight at 92% and ended at 70%. So I started at less than 100%. So we're gonna charge the battery to 92%, and even though the generator quit running for a few minutes, we'll just toss that in as a margin of error, and we'll see how long it takes. All right, here we go, 92%. Let me check the time. And we are at 18 minutes and 21 seconds, including the time for me to restart the generator and turn the charger back on, which took about 3 minutes. So only about 15 minutes to charge for that one flight. That is awesome. All right, getting back to the drone. Got the battery. Love that handle, by the way. My gosh, it makes it so much easier to use. Slide that battery right in. One hand operation, guys. Oh, as long as you don't pinch the wire here. It is easier with two hands, I can't lie. There we go. Pull the nice little cover off. Let's plug it in. Turn on the battery. Oh, let me show you how to turn it on. Push the button once, then hold. All right. I'm gonna do one more flight. I'm gonna do one more test with the application rate even lower. I'm gonna try 1 gallon per acre, and we'll see how it does. All right, I know it's hard to see, but let's go ahead and connect the drone here, USB. Okay, we'll open up our same flight plan here. Perfect. We'll go to our settings down here. We're going to change this to 1 gallon. Let's do 1.07. We're going to raise the speed up since we 11 miles per hour. Go ahead and create. Let's change the direction again. Upload. Love it. All right, let's fly this baby. All right, let's hit unlock. Confirm. Slide to unlock. Rotors are turning. We gotta hit start. Confirm it. Oh, there we go. So it's gonna fly much faster this time because we changed the speed and lowered the application rate. So only 1 gallon per acre in this case. And off it goes. All right. Yeah, that looks awesome. Love it. And this drone is so quiet too. It's amazing how quiet it is. You guys, I'm sure you guys can't hear it. Let me get a little closer to it. Look at that. And I actually didn't add any more liquid to it this time because I want to show you guys what it'll do in case it runs out. Which it just did. Wow, perfect timing. So it stopped, it's turned around, it's returning back home. Another nice thing about this flight controller is that it orients the drone in the right direction when it lands, so it's facing the tank the right way and everything. I mean, it couldn't get any easier. All right, so we're gonna let it land. We're gonna refill it and just add a little bit more water and resume this flight, and I'll show you guys how to do that too. Awesome. I don't know about you guys, but honestly, it lands better than I can. That's tough to say as a pilot, but dang, it does a good job landing automatically. All right, let's put some water in her and continue. ready to rock and roll. Let's go. All right, here we go. Start. Oh yeah. So now we're gonna resume from where we left off. See it there, look at it. Boom, right to that point. And there it is. Get you a little bit closer. Oh my gosh, so hard to see. All right, let's let this drone fly this plan. We'll come back at the end of the flight because I'm beginning to run out of battery and I don't have a charger for it, for my phone. All right, it's done and it applied exactly what I asked it to. Here it is, coming in for another landing. Looks awesome. Fully autonomous, folks. And no, there's no one else here flying the drone. I really am here by myself talking to my phone. Perfect. We're gonna close that out right there. I've been out in the sun all day. I'm going a little crazy, but if you want more information on this drone, visit us at HSE-UAV.com. You'll find all the information there. Again, this is our new M6A-PRO G200 model. It's a 16-liter capacity. As you can see, it's got some awesome features. There's so many more that I haven't shown you guys. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook. We're going to be posting a whole lot more about this. We'll see you guys again soon. Bye.